Feministaa Media was founded in 2015. And what was your ultimate aim and goal which you wish to achieve when you set up this media platform?
Why I started creating this kind of content was when I used to wake up in the morning. I used to hear either someone in my family say that there's no need to like really put in so much work. I used to go out, chill with my friends, and yeah, I mean, take care, you're ambitious, but itna ambitious nahi hona chahiye. Itna zyada nahi karna chahiye. Everything should be like balanced, and the balance word comes where the woman is reducing her working hours. I don't understand how
that's very right. You're very right. Yeah.
So I felt that there was a need for content, and our platform was way before her story and these other platforms. And we started creating video content where I was not there, but I had interviewed these women, and just these famous women were talking about Arundhati Bhattacharya, who was the chairman of State Bank of India at that time. She spoke about her, how her mother inspired her, and she was working till she was 93 years old, and she was a homeopathic doctor, and she was treating people for till 3 months before she passed away. I felt that if women like me look at these kind of interviews in the morning, we would feel, or at any time, you just feel that yes, that there are people who really worked hard, they've strived, and it does pay off. And hence we started with a community of around 20-25 women, and as and when we started posting more interviews, we started building a community of extremely ambitious and aspiring women with insanely crazy dreams. We wanted to tell these stories. I wanted to create a platform that speaks about these stories, and hence my journey of creating this kind of a platform.
So please, let's talk about the hassles a woman faces being a woman entrepreneur in this current society, in the work trends.
The first thing is nobody takes you seriously. It's so hard to get people to take you seriously. Beginning
that really
from
sucks. Yeah.
You just come across these weird situations, and trust me, I'm sure it's true with most women entrepreneurs, and it's just because of the gender bias in the head. And I'm not getting on to my personal life, I'm just talking about my professional life. It's very hard to get people to take you seriously, beginning from investors, because I had pitched for investment 6 months down the line after I started my company, and to get the investor to take what I want to do seriously. At that time, mentoring, so this I'm talking about 2015, mentoring in India was like, people used to think ये तो counseling है, तो जिनका दिमागी हालत नहीं है ठीक, उनके मुझे help की जरूरत नहीं है, क्यों चाहिए किसी को help? Somebody told me, तुमको क्यों लगता है women need help? Who are you to say that women need help? I think that's totally anti-empowerment. And when you hear stuff like that, at least I was a young kid, and I was like, baap re, to this is
kya hai?
But it's a journey, and I think every entrepreneur has to prove his
So how did you
idea
on the fact that you people would not take you seriously? How did you make people take you seriously, or how did you grab their attention in the right way and to make sure whatever being said and whatever you meant was coming across?
I think at least my strategy was that you be so persistent in what you're saying and constantly be at it. You rework how to tell your story in a different way, and you again go back to them and you again try to pitch to them. The sad part is, I feel for women, they have to do it, they have to prove it, they have to work harder to prove their point. and for men that's not the case.
There is some kind of a belief that people who are more in touch with their feelings tend to be sensitive.
In the corporate culture, it is considered that if you're too sensitive, then it is not going to work. You're getting too emotional. I think these words are very archaic. They're very old-fashioned. If somebody is sensitive, that I feel that's a sign of intelligence. It's the age of empathy, where if you're a sensitive person, you're able to actually understand your team members better. You're able to understand your seniors better, what he or she is expecting from you. You're able to understand the work better. I think sensitivity is a huge strength to have. It's inspiring to work in an environment where you're connected with people around you. If this sensitivity and these emotions are more accepted, especially for guys, unfortunately, I feel it's harder for them. If a guy is more sensitive or emotional, I think he's bullied or looked down upon. I think that's really, really sad, and it's very archaic. It's very old-fashioned.
When did you realize that you stood for the egalitarian way of life?
Ideally, I would say it's a humanitarian way of looking at everyone. I realized that I was an egalitarian, which means that I'm looking at everyone with equal eyes, which ideally as a human should come to you naturally. That's what I feel. Okay. Was when I saw a very weird culture when I joined my job, that people who are junior, they literally consider themselves as slaves, and people who are more experienced at work consider themselves to be owners of if they're getting work done from you, they're practically owning you, which I did not sort of understand.
Right.
And then I delved into this philosophy as to why this exists. I think every successful person that I have met is an egalitarian. Nobody is discriminating against anyone. And that's very important to sort of do something big in life. I think you have to not discriminate. Super important.
Do you think India needs more female entrepreneurs?
I think the world needs more entrepreneurs. I think the world needs people to stop looking at people as female or male. Entrepreneurs are creative thinkers, people who want to bring about a change, people who want to do something different. It's important for people like us to exist. So we as egalitarians, yes, we can break the norms, and we are building teams. We are building. Entrepreneurs are building people. When you work in a startup, you actually get such good experience because you're doing so many things. Everyone wants to get the work done and make things happen, and that's when beautiful things come out.
What future plans do you have with Feministaa?
Feministaa is going to be creating an application with all its celebrity women for mentoring women who are aspiring. We'll be interviewing women from different walks of life, different professions, different industries, try to create realistic content as much as possible.
That's awesome.